What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Math by Isaac. My name is Isaac Adenaruju, and here we just go over math problems, we deconstruct them, and we find the easiest way to solve them. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, so you get notified when I release a new video. Alright guys, let's get started. Alright you guys, so today we're going to be trying something a little bit different. So I got a question from one of our viewers asking if we can do the STAAR test. So today we're just going to be doing this one question from the STAAR test for 8th grade. So for some of my viewers out there that don't know what the STAAR test is, the STAAR test is basically a promotion exam given to elementary students all the way to high school students. So just think of it as your end of the year or promotion exam for your schools. Alright guys, let's get it. Alright guys, so we're doing question number 25 for the 8th grade STAAR test for 2018. I'll put the link in the description. So the question is saying, snacks at a county fair are sold in containers shaped like a cone or a cylinder. The dimensions of each container are shown in the drawing. So here you can see the cone, which is on the left hand side. It has a radius measure of 4 inches and a height of 12 inches. On the other end, on the right side, we have a cylinder with a radius of 3 inches and a height of 8 inches. Which statement about the volume of the cone and the cylinder is true? We have A, the volume of the cylinder is about 377 cubic inches greater than the volume of the cone. We have B, the volume of the cylinder is about 377 cubic inches less than the volume of the cone. We have C, the volume of the cylinder is about 25 cubic inches greater than the volume of the cone. And finally D, the volume of the cylinder is about 25 inches less than the volume of the cone. So if you'd like, you can pause the video now and write down the question along with the pictures, and then let's get started. As we saw in the question, I noticed that all the answer choices all have volume. So that gives us a hint that we need to find the volume for both the cone and the cylinder. So let's get started. So here I have the formula to find the volume of a cone, which is 1/3 times the base times the height. So let's get started with the cone. So here we have 1/3 times the base. Now the base, which is our circle, we have to find the area of the circle first before we can multiply it by the height. So the area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. So we know that the area of our circle here is pi r squared. So let's solve for this first. So we have pi. A is equal to pi. R is going to be our 4 inches. Whenever you see a halfway mark across a circle, hint, that is the radius, or R. So pi times 4 squared. So pi, for some of our viewers that don't know, is equivalent to 3.14, but of course it goes on infinitely. So let's write out, so we have 4 squared, which is 16. So now we're left with 16 pi is equal to our area. Now 16 pi is equivalent to 50.24. We have 50.24. So the area of our base is 50.24. So now what we have to do, since this is our base, we're going to plug this in and multiply it times 1/3 and the height. So now we continue on. So now we have our base. So now we're going on to volume. So the volume is equal to 1/3 times the base, which we could put in parentheses, is 50.24 times our height, which is 12. So we have 1/3 times 50.24 times 12. So now we can multiply any of these. I prefer to start with 12. 50.24 times 12 will give us 602.88. Let's write that down. 602.88. Then all we have left is multiplying it times 1/3. Times 1/3. So this is basically, so whenever you see a fraction multiplying a whole number, it's the same thing as dividing it by its denominator. Of course, that's only if the numerator is 1. So just a quick tip. So 602.88 divided by 3, and we get 200.96. So we have 200, we can write it right here, 200.96. So this 200.96, let's go ahead and box it so we don't get confused later on. 200.96 is equivalent to the volume or all the space inside this cone. Now let's move on to our cylinder. So here on our cylinder we have 3 inches, which is our radius, and we have 8 inches here, which is our height. So 3 inches is going to be our radius. We're going to plug that into our area formula here. So if you believe you can solve this, go ahead. You can get a quick start at it. Alright, so we're going to start off here with 3 inches. So we can plug this in, 3 inches, to our formula here, which would be A, or we can even start off with pi. So pi times our radius, which is 3, squared. So pi times 3 squared, we know that 3 squared is 9. So we're left with 9 times pi. 9 times pi is going to give us 28.26. So we have 28.26. So this right here is our base. So now all we have to do with our base is multiply it by the height. So let's go ahead and do that down here. We have 28.26 times 8. 28.26 times 8 is going to give us 226. 226. Oops, wait, 0.08. 0.08. So it'll be helpful to use a calculator in some of these, because pi, as I said before, is not only just 3.14, but it goes on infinitely. So you definitely want to have a calculator in hand. So we have 226.08. Have that right here. All right. So now all that's left is finding the difference between the two, because most of our answer choices included one being greater than the other or one being less than the other. So of course we're going to find the difference between these two objects. So we have 226.08 minus 200.96. Just subtract these two. 8 minus 6, 2, 0, 6, I'll get the 5, 10, 9, 1, have our 5, have our 2, and 2 minus 2 is nothing. So we end up with 25.12. Now notice none of the answers have 25.12, but it's okay. See, most of the time they expect higher level students of higher grades to be able to infer that 25.12 is the 25 that they're talking about in the answer. So don't fret, don't worry, 25. And of course, as you can see here, if we round this, the 25.12, we get 25. If we round it to the ones place, we end up getting 25. So now we know that our cylinder is 25 units or inches bigger than our cone right here. So the answer you should have gotten was C. So C is the correct answer. Alright you guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Just a quick recap. Today we talked about the volume of both a cone and a cylinder. We did this of course through the STAAR Test questions that were released for a couple years back. So make sure you check the description. I'll be putting the link for the STAAR Test there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications. And as I say all the time, share it to whoever you think this could help. Anyone, it'll be a blessing. Yeah, so make sure you leave a comment also of any STAAR Test questions maybe you found that you need help with, or you think anyone else might need help with. Just bring all your questions, guys. I'm open to any question you have. As always, guys, God bless.